So today's warm-up, we're going to talk about unit rate with bar modeling. So for every 3 students in my third block class who eat a hot lunch at school, 2 other students purchase a cold lunch or bring their own lunch. So the first thing you need to do is write down the ratio. Is hot lunches to cold lunches, it's 3 to 2, and build your model. So when you look here and see that I write down my ratio of hot to cold is 3 to 2, and I build my model. So now the first problem says, if Miss Wesley has 25 students in her class, how many students have a cold lunch? So we want to know the total of cold lunches, so I'm going to put a little star beside it to remind myself. And then it says I have 25 students. Well, that's not talking about hots, it's not talking about colds, it's talking about all together. So it means that all of these boxes together equal 25. Well, how many boxes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to divide that number by 5 because that's how many boxes we have, and I get the number 5, which means that 5 goes in each box. So now, am I done? And you're going to say no, because the question said how many students have a cold lunch. How many students have a cold lunch? 5 plus 5 is 10. So my answer is 10 students have a cold lunch. Now the same thing at the bottom. On here was telling us we have 100 students. So it's not telling us how many hots or how many colds, it's telling us the total. So we know that all of this equals 100. Now the question we're answering, how many hot lunches should Ms. Burrows prepare? So we're going to ask about hots. So if I've got 100 kids, how many boxes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 100 divided by 5 gives us 20. So that's the number that goes in each box. That's not how many kids get a hot lunch. That's the number that goes in each bar or each box for the bar model. Now the question says how many hot lunches? 20 plus 20 plus 20 is 60. So 60 students will get hot lunches.